There are enormous expectations for Joe Milton as a starting quarterback in Knoxville this coming season. There's no way around that. Dude has a rocket for an arm. He's 6'5", 235 pounds. He does not lack any tools in that category. Went 19 for 28, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns against Clemson. That felt like the preview to the movie we're about to get in 2023. But I think there's more than what meets the eye when it comes to the expectations around Joe Milton. Because playing quarterback, especially at the collegiate level, so much is made about your success or your failure. It all falls on the quarterback, right? Always the quarterback's fault. Good or bad, always his fault. But what would have to happen for Joe Milton to reach the expectations that are set before him from the college football public? And I promise you, internally at Tennessee, they have high expectations as well. Heck, Joe Milton has high expectations as well. So what would have to happen for him to achieve those? We'll talk about it. Make sure you're subscribed right here. We talk college football every single day. Want y'all locked in with us. So thank you in advance for that. All right. The first thing for Joe Milton to be able to be successful, yes, he's got to complete passes. He's got to be dialed in, all that. But for Tennessee's offense, I don't know that this was talked about nearly enough last year. They were a run-first football team. You think about the snapshots with Jalen Hyatt going deep and talking about Hendon Hooker just uncorking a couple deep ones. That all happened. That's all true. But that happened because Tennessee ran the football really effectively, and they committed to running the football effectively. And what happens when that happens? The secondary has to creep up. You have more one-on-one matchups on the outside because you have less guys able to play over the top. Tennessee last year ran the football 54% of the time. They had 40 attempts a game, 40 carries a game for them running the football. They also had 200 rush yards a game for an average of 5 yards a carry. So all that is why they had success in the pass game. And don't get it twisted. They had some dudes in the pass game. Brew McCoy, dog, he's back another year. Jalen Hyatt, program guy. He absolutely popped last year. There's a reason why he's in the NFL right now. There's a reason why Hendon Hooker should have gotten an Heisman Trophy invite last season. Even so, though, those plays were made possible because of what the secondary was forced to do to commit to the run game. And then Josh Heupel's scheme and all that, they were able to get some big plays in the pass game. Success offensively for Tennessee in the pass game does not happen without an effective run game. Because if you have the effective run game, then you see the same song second verse that Hendon Hooker had last year for Joe Milton this year. Then you let Joe Milton just play his kind of game, which is drop back, let it rip, hit Squirrel White in stride, hit Dante Thornton in stride. Whoever you want to hit in stride, just hit him in stride, and we're going to score a touchdown, strike up the band. Good times rolling in Knoxville yet again because you're scoring over 40 points a game. Now, however, if you don't have the same kind of success running the football that you had last year, or the well runs dry and you really have trouble running the football, which I don't anticipate happening, but let's just say that happens. Well, then for Joe Milton, you ask him to do something that you didn't ask Hendon Hooker to do last year. And I think you get Joe Milton much more out of his comfort zone than you would like. Because if you can't run the football as a secondary, I don't have to worry about committing my safety to that run game. I can sit back a little bit more comfortably in the zone. So what does that force Joe Milton to do? It forces him to fit the ball in windows and really drive it between the safety and the corner, which he can do, but do you really want to ask him to do that consistently? Is that really the scheme you want to play at Tennessee? No. You want to run the football, you want to go fast, you want to keep him off balance. You don't get to do that if you don't pick up 3, 4 yards, 5 yards a carry like they did last year. I think it'll happen, but I think it's important to mention running the football for them is crucial to the success of Joe Milton. Because if he starts having trouble throwing the football, look at what that run game is doing. I think it's worth mentioning. Also, the defense. And then we've talked about the defense a lot as it pertains to Tennessee's success and their postseason aspirations. That's all fair. I'm with that. But think about how this would impact Joe Milton if the defense has struggles like it did at times last year. Now, notice I said at times. The defense was not bad for 12 games last year. There were some games where you need them to step up, but there were a lot of games where they made statements. Game against Kentucky is a perfect example. If they can have a little bit more consistency, that's going to take pressure off of Joe Milton. Because if they go out there and they're allowing close to 290 yards passing a game, we're going to have real problems because that puts more pressure on your quarterback and puts him in the psyche that, hey, I got to score every single drive here. I got to score every drive because I don't have confidence our defense is going to be able to hold up their end of the bargain. So if the defense struggles and Joe Milton starts to press, When you press as a quarterback, that creates inaccuracy, that causes mistakes, and that is going to be just the bell for dinner for all of the people that are looking for something to critique about Joe Milton. They're already waiting to say, oh, he's going to be overthrow Joe. Oh, he's going to be inaccurate. Oh, he's not consistent. Well, if he starts to press because of what that defense does, well, then you're going to give them some fuel to that fire. So the defense holding up their end of the bargain is paramount to Joe Milton's success in 2023. Because when you look at Joe Milton, I said at the top of the video, guy doesn't lack any tools, right? Rocket for an arm, enormous frame. He showed you what he can do in the Orange Bowl. The dude can spin the rock. It'd be different if we were only hearing about it behind closed doors. No, we saw it in the Orange Bowl. We saw it in a New Year's Six Bowl stage. Dude put on a clinic, was passing out T-shirts and juice boxes to the Clemson defense afterwards. That's what he did on that field. So you've seen it now. There's no question, can he? The question is, will he? And will he is tied to those questions. Can you run the football? Keep that defense off balance? Get the picture you want? Open up those big shot plays? And can the defense hold up their end of the bargain to keep you from feeling like you have to press and you have to make a play every single time that offense is out there? I will also say this. There is a degree of got to make the throw to this whole equation with Joe Milton. But I think it also needs to be said, if he does struggle, he's going to get the finger pointed at him, the index finger that is, probably some other fingers if some people want to be less tasteful. But you hear what I'm saying? Probably the index finger being pointed at him for it's his fault is what a lot of people are going to assume because you're the quarterback. But if he struggles, let's be quick to check what are they doing running the football and what's the defense doing. What kind of situation is Joe Milton in? Because situation is the number one thing we got to talk about when it comes to the college quarterback position, especially at Tennessee, with how quick they want to go offensively and what they want to do schematically. Because I believe in Joe Milton. I've already told you, I've bought all the stock in number 7 and what he's going to do in Knoxville. I'm a believer without a doubt. But I want to make sure we're all on the same page. His success is contingent upon good run game and upon improved defense. You don't got to be the 85 Bears, got to be improved on the defensive side of the ball. But I can't wait to watch it, man. One of the most fascinating situations in all of college football is Tennessee right now and what they're doing with Hendon Hooker having left, Jalen Hyatt having left. I think Joe Milton has every opportunity to pick up where they left off a season ago. Appreciate y'all locking in with us. Make sure you're subscribed right here. We talk college football every single day. We're live tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. May already be scheduled on this YouTube channel. So go ahead and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. But 11 a.m. Eastern, come right back here. We'll talk some ball, be a real good time, get you ready for the college football season. Can't wait. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.